Over the last years, I've been trying out all the most popular side hustles, from dropshipping to SMMA to even doing YouTube and high ticket sales. And in this video, I'm gonna give you my 1-year experience, and I'm also gonna tell you which side hustles is worth it and which business models are honestly just a complete scam that the gurus has told you to try. First business model that I tried that I want to talk to you about is dropshipping, and in my opinion, it's not really a bad business model, but it's not something that's going to work for everyone. The most recent thing that I learned about dropshipping is that you don't just want to run saturated products that everyone else is running, and you don't want to compete with other people. You might be thinking that dropshipping is all about competing and beating others, but no, that's simply not the truth. That's how you're going to spend all your money, and I constantly see beginners doing this. When I did the best with dropshipping, I would take the products that's doing good in the US and trending, and I would just sell them to Europe. The second thing that I learned about dropshipping, which you just have to realize, this might be very lame to hear, but probably gonna have to have at least $1,000. But being realistic, I would honestly have over $2,000 as well to get started. But there is a free strategy. I didn't experiment with it much, but some of my friends did, and they made it work very well, called TikTok Organic, where you don't need any money to get started. The problem with this business model for dropshipping though is that it can be quite inconsistent, and it might just not be that profitable. The third thing that you have to know in order to dropshipping in 2023 is to understand how to blend into the algorithm, because you're probably going to go with TikTok ads as the option, and if you don't understand how to create native content, how to create content that just fits TikTok in general, you don't know how to jump on trends, and you don't really consume it much, it's probably going to be a little bit hard for you. This is a lesson that I learned relatively late, but once I knew it, everything changed. One thing that's good with dropshipping is that you can make money very fast, but it actually took me 6 months to find my first winning product and start seeing results with it. But once I cracked the code, I started making over $100,000 every single month, and with the one country dropshipping stores that I have and team up with people on, we're making over $200,000 every single month. So the good thing about dropshipping is that it's super easy to replicate. Once you get it down, you can make hundreds of thousands every single month relatively easily, but it's kind of hard to start. If I were you, I would probably consider dropshipping. It's a very good business model. The second side hustle slash business that I've done for the past year is SMMA, and I will tell you that this business is far more technical than the gurus tell you, and it's actually really hard. You have to understand so many things at once, but I also had a huge advantage. I've been running dropshipping stores for a long time. I've already worked with clients without even knowing that I really work with clients. So for me, getting into social media marketing was super easy. I already had clients when I started pretty much. Before a beginner starting out there, I think the gurus are completely fooling you. It's a very hard business with a steep learning curve. It's very technical. You also need to be able to close the deals, connect with people, do your outreach. When you put all of this together, don't you understand it is really hard? The second thing that's severely overlooked is that doing local for SMMA is much harder than you think. Listen, I don't care what any of the gurus says. Do you seriously think it's realistic that you're just gonna DM or cold call dentists and you're gonna have 5 clients in that niche, or you're gonna have 3 chiropractors working with you for $3,000 a month? First of all, if 2 of your clients leaves you, you're broke. You can't even pay rent. Second of all, what types of chiropractors are just gonna send you $2,000 when they're being spammed every single day? Cold email is very good if you use an app like Lemlist, for example, where you can send out hundreds of emails every single day. But what allowed me to make tens of thousands of dollars a month with this business model that I still do to this day is having people reach out to me. I have a YouTube channel where I teach e-commerce, Facebook ads, and everything, and every single morning when I check my email, tons of people want to work with me. Also my Instagram. So personal brand was the key to success for SMA with me. I also experimented with cold emailing and DMing, and that does work, but you have to understand that this is a real hustle and it's kind of technical. The third thing I learned about SMMA the hard way is that it cannot be scaled without teams. I had to one day refund over $10,000 because I did everything on my own and I didn't have a team. If you don't set up a team with people that can book appointments, manage the outreach, gather your emails, and probably run your ads as well, it's going to be very hard for you, because a difference between a 5-figure SMMA and a 6-figure SMMA is basically just a system. So SMMA, I will give it a 3 out of 10 for beginners, honestly. Can you make it work? Absolutely. The third side hustle that I've tried this year, or business, is YouTube, and I will say that overall it's been a massive success and a great experience that's allowed me to do many super cool things in my life. But the one thing you have to understand is that a YouTube channel can go viral instantly. I can literally, with the right video idea, make this video that you're watching now go viral Let's see if it happens. But once you know the YouTube algorithm, you can be able to take channels from 0 to 10,000 followers very, very fast. So make sure that you get that part down, study the algorithm before you get into it, and you should actually have a pretty easy ride on YouTube. And once you get followers and views on YouTube, everything starts snowballing and it's pretty much impossible to fail. The other great thing about YouTube is that you can sell programs, you can get AdSense, you can have sponsors. Now, I don't really do sponsors, but in the past, I've also sold courses and I've made over $40,000 a month selling that. As you know, I quit it completely. When I posted this channel, I want you to know that I only have life-changing information and absolutely nothing to sell you. The power of building a personal brand is absolutely insane in 2023, but you have to know what you're talking about. If you, for example, have quit gaming, you can make a YouTube channel where you teach other people how to quit gaming. If you are big into fitness, you should make a channel around fitness, how to work out, how to hit the right muscle parts in different ways, and you could eventually sell a course on that. Being a YouTuber in 2023 is one of the best ways to make money online, and I've only had positive experiences with it. Now, one thing you should have before you get into YouTube is probably like a decent microphone. You could actually just film with your iPhone or with anything you have like that. It does the job pretty well. And for my YouTube channel, when it was at the biggest, which is yet to come, it's gonna be bigger, but when it was at its biggest, I was making almost $4,000 a month, just over a little bit over 100,000 views. The fourth business I've tried last year, which is probably not a side hustle, is to sell online consulting, and it's very good if you want to go the extra mile and if you know what you're talking about. The one thing you have to understand about this industry is that you need to have a very good product and follow up with your clients very closely. First of all, we need to talk about some dark sides. The marketing has gone absolutely insane. You can no longer say to someone that you're going to have a course where you teach them how to make a couple $100s at home just from running Facebook ads. Now you need to be in front of Lamborghinis promising $10,000 a month, and it's just a complete scam. The industry is horrible, but I will say that it's made me a pretty good amount of money, and combining that with my other businesses last year was able to put me in a pretty good position. So it's definitely a good business model if you're comfortable with it. But I will say, if you don't know what you're talking about, if you have no experience, just stay away from it. But you don't have to be a guru. You can run an online consulting business on fitness or whatever. Maybe you could even run an esport consulting business. If you're really good in the game, you could start a YouTube channel around a specific video game and teach people how to get better in it, play with them, and charge, let's say, $50 for an hour. If you do it like that and you don't create a fake course business, you can be looking at an amazing business model where you can combine YouTube with your own passion and teaching people and leaving an impact. One of the coolest things of being in this business is that I actually had students reach out to me who bought their dream car. One of the guys that I was teaching moved into a penthouse in Texas, and tons of people were sending me results where they made from $1,000 to $10,000 online every single day. And it's been a life-changing experience, and I've helped tons of people, but at this point, it's just not something that I want to do anymore. But it's definitely a great business if you know what you're talking about. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it valuable, that you click a like on it and subscribe. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything that I know about business, mindset, how to get money, self-improvement, and I'm trying to do so with as much transparency as possible. If I were you, I would either go for maybe YouTube or dropshipping. I think it's good business models, but there's tons of other good side hustles too. Hopefully you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.